His first Test match 100 there, and now he's got his first one-day international 100 there, and there's a pretty sorry set of figures, I'm afraid, for the Indian bowlers. They won't be too happy about that.
Good ball. Comes up in the circle. Square leg was there just behind the umpire. He's dropped back to the fence. Sunil Joshi, the man doing duty there. Pulled again, and Joshi can't do anything about it. He's hit that well, Aston.
One thing you cannot do on this wicket. The batsmen are beginning to look for runs. Anything short into position, Aston. Right in position and timing it beautifully. Even better than the one.
Has put pressure on the bowler. And it's boundary number 3.
Well, the New Zealand batsmen are beginning. They've picked up the pace of the wicket and the bounce, and they're starting to go into their shots. This is a lovely shot. The ball wasn't that short, and the batsman was in position and timed it well. Hit it in front of square. Another 4, right on top of it, into position, and through that gap, and the ball just hurrying in into the boundary.
Yes, he picked that one up early, played it late, got the placement. By far the best over New Zealand have had so far. 15 runs have come off it. And all you need is a couple of loose overs and then...
Brian Young on strike. Prasad the bowler. Oh, well fielded. Oh, that was a magnificent bit of fielding. That must have been so close to the stumps.
Good shot, but straight to the Indian captain. Quite a shy at the stumps. It would have been a close hit to the stumps.
Stadium, this is. That's well played into the gap again, and that'll go for 4-2. That's far too short outside off stump. In the air, got him, that's it. First one out. The Indians have struck. Joshi's brought into the attack. They've tried to hit him out of the attack and they've chipped the ball straight up to mid-wicket. That's a good wicket for the Indians.
That's what the Indians wanted, and Joshi's provided the breakthrough, the vital breakthrough for the Indians. It was nicely tossed up ball, and Brian Young that's how it went. It's not easy to drive on this wicket.
Four matches, average of 24. I don't think you would have heard much more noise than this.
इनफील्ड के ऊपर से वाइड मिड ऑन पर थोड़ी सी फ्लाइट दी जोशी ने और नेथन एस्टल के लिए थोड़ी सी शॉट और 1 रन हो जाएगा और 15 ओवरों के बाद न्यूजीलैंड 1 विकेट खोकर
bounce for Jadeja, and that one has gone for 4. That is indeed a very rare misfield by Jadeja, who's got a reputation of being a brilliant fielder. The bad bounce, of course, making things difficult for him on that occasion. Into the gap. Nicely played there by Horn, just coming down the wicket and hitting it square between the two fielders, the mid-wicket and the fine leg. Picking it up very nicely on the sweep, but taking the aerial route on that occasion. Well, this time he's hit it somewhere near the middle, landing just inside the rope. That was a better shot from Matt Horn. New Zealand
moved along to 108 for 1.
I think they're conscious of it. They're looking for a few extra runs. And at the moment, Tendulkar. Oh, this has got him. Yes, it's all over. There's a big mix-up. They needed that. Well, I think the face of Matt Horn said it all. Absolutely distraught. He was just beginning to get things going, and now he's been run out.
That's how it happened. And yes, no, and no. He's gone far too ahead. No room at all. Look at the fielding by Joshi. Joshi in the act.
The New Zealand captain is the new batsman. A lot of experience there, facing Tendulkar. And this will be a little bit, well, it'll be interesting for him because the ball's going to be spinning away from him. He bowls these little cutters that leave the left-hander. They actually... Aurora Patel. In the air, wide of mid-on and down to the fence for 4. Well, that is a good shot. So the captain here has decided to take the initiative.
That was a good blow. Mid-on was inside the circle, and that is how Robin Singh went for in the air. Down to third man.
Steered away down to the third man fieldsman. Only one off that one. It's the end of the over. 125 for 2. In this match. Oh, there's another mix-up. In comes the throw. This has got to be out. Got him. Yes, it's all over. Out, run out. New Zealand not committing suicide. I don't believe this. Yes, no. Yes, no. Wait, stay. It is hopeless.
Well, Joshi's in the act once again. And...
Yes, just watch his reaction. Yes, off he goes. Yes, he said. Then he says no. That's stay, stay, stay. That's panic. That's panic. That's huge panic.
That's a lot of panic. And it's not funny.
Yes, what a tragedy. Well, Chris Cairns is out in the centre.
Horror show every...
These off spinners. That one's blazed away through the offside. Beautifully played, and that'll go to the fence for 4. Nathan Astle looking really good. So he's moved on to 83 now, and moving into the commentary box, Ravi Shastri, and with him, Ranjit Fernando.
And a single to end the over. 144 for 3. Cup. A couple of good games, but would have liked to be a little more consistent than that. A loud shout here, he's gone. That was Plum looking to play across the line, and Robin Singh has struck for India.
Robin Singh's consistency paying off. Once again bowling absolutely straight, good line. Chris Cairns going across, hitting him on the pad, and the umpire certainly saying that Singh's been given the decision.
Indian crowds will remember Chris Harris for his brilliant 100 against Australia. That's his highest score, 130 in the quarter-final of the World Cup in Chennai. That's played away for 4 runs. Again, just a little bit of width from Robin Singh, and Astle quick to bounce on it.
Fine shot there by Astle. As soon as Robin Singh gave him the weight, he slashed at it, and the ball beating a diving Jadeja, racing through his fast outfield to the boundary. To solidify the innings at this stage.
He's bowled in, that one nipped back, went through his defence, and this is a big wicket for the Indians. Nathan Astle dismissed, and New Zealand lose their 5th wicket.
Without any doubt, a very big wicket for the Indians. Robin Singh obliging with an excellent delivery. Nathan Astle trying to force it on the offside, missing it completely. The ball jagging back just that little bit. Just see that jagging back and hitting the middle stump and laying it low. What a fine delivery. New Zealand 1-5-4 for 5.
He's got quite a bit of experience as well. 71 matches for him, 100 against South Africa, 108, his career best. This is not a number he normally comes to bat at. Trouble here if he hits. Again, a mix-up between the two batsmen. Harris was always running. It was his call. Parore started late, and had Jadeja hit the stumps there, Parore would have been history.
Once again, New Zealand showing signs of desperation. There you are. That's again very poor calling, and if that has struck, curtains for Parore, certainly.
Play some more attacking shots. I think they've gone too defensive.
That's a very good catch by Anil Kumble. Chris Harris looking to force him down the ground. Might have got a leading edge, and Kumble's taken an excellent catch.
A good delivery. It just flighted a bit. And Harris looking to force it. If it flighted there, Harris looking to force take the ball held up. And a lovely catch dive into his left. And India certainly right on top in this game. Beautiful delivery. Yes, and the New Zealand total 166 for 6. Off.
That gives you an idea of how India have really closed things down.
Off the back foot.
And trouble at the bowler's end. There's no one there. Not for New Zealand anyhow. Deepak Patel is gone. And that's the third run out in this innings.
And this is the kind of thing that your team doesn't really want to happen, particularly when they're struggling the way they are. They're hoping that in the last 5 overs, Kumble there, pitched it up, back, cat, watching the ball, which I figured that the batsman should never be looking at the ball when it goes behind him. And Patel just running through, and Patori there looking at the ball. And New Zealand has lost now the wicket to Ranao. Ranao seems to be the best bowler here today.
New Zealand 185 for 7 joins Adam Parore. Parore really was at fault in that run out.
Mongia in his wicket-keeping position. Just a little bit disturbed there as that one turned and he took it last over. And I think the batsman was a little upset he didn't get some bat on ball and played a little bit of a waft shot or something like that, which very nearly hit the batsman. There we are, watch this. This was last over. He plays and misses, upset with himself, and so he does a little whip around of the bat, which goes right past Mongia's nose.
Won't be happy with the 1s and 2s.
Over the top, that's well played. That'll go into the gap for 4. That's very well played. Now there's an example of sensible batting. If you target the infielder and get it straight over the top of his head, there's always a chance of a 4.
Yes, again, Joshi looking to bowl a fullish length, but on this occasion the batsman having a chance to get under the ball and hit it over extra cover.
So they've got a while waiting for that boundary. Bowled him, well bowled, beautifully bowled, right up in the block hole. Well, I reckon he knows what he's doing, young Joshi. This is his last over, and he's taken another valuable wicket.
Well, no chance here for Gavin Larson. Joshi coming over the wicket and firing it right up there in the block hole. No answer to that, and Gavin Larson dismissed. So New Zealand losing their 7th wicket, 209 runs on the board.
Tendulkar, second last ball of the innings. The Wade goes for 1. This could be out if he hits. He's got him. That's beautifully done. Sachin Tendulkar, take a bow. He whipped across onto the onside, took aim, whack, and that was the end of Parore.
Well, you just can't keep this man out of the game. He wants to be involved in everything. Good Yorker, good piece of fielding, good anticipation actually, and then knocking down the stumps with that accurate throw. So for Oregon, New Zealand 219 for 9. In overs when the ball is hard and new and when it comes onto the bat.
This is the last ball. Whack! Nicely bowled by Tendulkar, right up in the block hole. They'll get a single. And so that's the end of the New Zealand innings. 220 for 9. Kumbli bowled very well too. Another couple of run-outs there, Perore and Patel. And then Joshi brought back at the end after he looked as if he'd cramped up a little bit earlier on. And he once again bowled very well too. From India's point of view, well, they're the bowling figures. You can see that Prasad rectified things to a degree. No wicket for 40 after being quite expensive early on, but not as expensive as Kuruvilla. 6 overs for 37. He didn't get to bowl again. Kumbli bowled well, 1 for 30. Joshi 2 for 47 off his 10. Bowled when it's not easy to bowl. Tendulkar completing 7, and as Ravi Shastri pointed out, he picked the pitch and decided that those little medium pace cutters were the way to go. And of course Singh getting 2 for 28. Got a score there, runs at 4.42 and over, and as we've pointed out, they may try and score a little faster in the initial stages.
And from the Indian point of view, they'll try and want to get as many as possible in this first 15. So Penn is ready, as well as Ganguly. Four 50s, yet to get 100. Opened for India in the last 3 one-day internationals in the West Indies.
Being a side that are very good at defending, the keen fielders, the bowlers bowl good line and length. That's Andrew Penn's
That beat Pakistan a few days ago. And the first runs for India. This will be a boundary. He's got that fine, and Davis had no chance.
Penn straying on leg stump, Ganguly getting a little bit of a touch, just enough to beat the fielder down there on the fine leg boundary. Just a little bit of touch, very nicely played, beautifully glanced.
Full toss, driven straight back down the ground for 4. It's a good start for the Indians, the second boundary of the over so far. Is an average close to 40.
Crowd waiting in expectation. This is the moment. They've all come to see their hero back, Sachin Tendulkar, one of the most exciting players in world cricket today. Just his average, averaging 43.46, 105 50s.
He's on 12, 3 boundaries for him. And his runs continue to come in boundaries. Beautifully played off his legs.
Once again, Ganguly is showing what a classy player he is.
A loud shout here for leg before.
Good delivery by Davis, but Tendulkar did get a lot of bat on that delivery. Davis rather theatrical in his approach.
Well, that one was nipping back, and when the ball hit the pads, you could see middle and off stump, so that would have missed leg stump.
Oh, he's whacked that over the top. That's 4. Anything anywhere near up is going to go over the top. And boy, are they loving it. I think Tendulkar's probably decided, oh, that's enough of that, I'm going to catch him. Walker on 11. Short and gone. That's a beautiful shot all the way to 6. Yes, a magnificent 6. That is a jack all the way down the deep square leg. They're out of their seats. They're dancing in the aisles. What a shot.
That's got to be the shot of the game so far. He picked it up so early and right into the stands. Look at the power behind it. Beautiful timing. Went parallel almost.
He's hit that. It's very good catch to get Gooley out of the game. He's whacked up on top down there. Dane Gooley took a bunch of action. He's not smiling about it either.
Tendulkar in their smooth, well, the 10 fielders are too few. He's bound to find a gap, and this is how he does it. He gives it a charge, and there's none whatsoever. On the one side, he controls the stroke for more runs. 34 not out. 58 for no loss.
He's in position in the deep third man. He's whacked that one away for 4. You can't be bowled short to Tendulkar. He's a magnificent pull player. Smashes that. The youngsters in the aisles are bowing and scraping.
Tremendous shot that was. He picked it up so early and over mid-wicket she goes for magnificent runs. Look at the determined power behind it.
Those tail ends aren't too bad either. Down the wicket he goes, over the top he goes. Is it all the way? Yes! In the... Well, I tell you what, that took a few coats of paint off. He's smashed into the boards down there and the paint has flown in all directions. The little fellow down there is pointing to the spot. Cannot believe it.
What a splendid shot. He jumped out and look at where he picked up. Over mid-off into the pickets. Magnificent stroke for a 6. 73 for a loss.
Deep square leg. Very committed in the field, New Zealand. And that's his half century. Very well played.
Brilliant half century by Sachin Tendulkar off just 44 balls, 2 sixes and 7 fours. India 74 for no loss.
Opening partnership.
Oh, that's lovely 6. Lovely shot. Mike Ganguly chipping down the wicket, taking it on the half volley. I think seeing moving down very correctly, getting under the ball and lifting it up over cover. Beautiful shot right into the crowd.
Now Tendulkar is on the move again.
It was a quicker one and it just opened the face of the bat, giving the ball direction. This is the class of players, always very difficult.
And short of deep backward square. That brings up the 100 for India in the 18th over.
Both Ganguly and Tendulkar, who are batting well, will have to stay on.
And that's nicely played. Back away, gave himself the room and found the gap on the offside. So welcome boundary for Ganguly.
Beautiful shot there by Ganguly, waited on that ball, mixing his deliveries and trying to keep them quiet.
Pulled away over mid-wicket and into the fence. He picked the length up there very quickly.
Tendulkar has been looking at that mid-wicket area with a lot of hunger, and as soon as Harris dropped short, he quickly pounced on it, just shriveling his hips, and there she went, over the short mid-wicket, the boundary.
Oh, that's beautifully played. That's class. Laid it so late and beat the man at short third man.
That is certainly sheer class. As Patel just strayed slightly outside off stump, there was the short third that Tendulkar had to beat. Played it very, very late. Just wanting late cutback. Beating that short third man, giving him no chance whatsoever.
Swept and in the gap. So 2 boundaries to end the over. India 130 for no loss. This will be 4 runs. It's gone very fine. Patel has no chance. It's come off the bat. So boundary to Ganguly.
Once again, Ganguly is trying
It's hit the centre. It's 138 for no loss. Not easy to sight. And Davis is on his way. It's so wide that the keeper had absolutely no chance of stopping it. So real problems here for Heath Davis.
Heath Davis having a nightmarish time here. That time the ball slipping out of his hand and going wide off wicketkeeper Perore. So...
Oh, that's definitely a wide again. Not only problems here for Davis, a nightmare of a time for Adam Perore behind the stumps.
Once again, Davis continuing to pose problems to himself and to wicketkeeper Adam Perore. But one must concede that the bowler too has got his problems.
He's been pretty consistent since he started opening the innings in the West Indies.
He's given his captain all the support and this left-right-hand combination. So
just a single, 86 to Tendulkar now. So the 150 coming up for the Indians with that single. 71 more runs to get to win this game. And another wide.
Any bowler would like to be in. Certainly is bread and butter for Ganguly. As soon as the ball is outside his leg stump, it gets in nicely inside the line and tickles it away.
He's bowled quite a few 10-ball overs here today. Will this finish? No. A wide signal. A worse day than this. He finishes the over, 156 for no loss, India. So I think that's it for the day for Heath Davis. 5 overs for 54 runs. There definitely will be a change at the BML road end.
Tie these two class players down either. That's into the gap, and it's running away down towards the fence. This is a fast outfield. It's going all the way. Into the fence it goes. That's lovely timing. Ganguly really is a sweet timer of the ball. He doesn't try and hit it too hard. He looks for the gaps. Oh, big appeal for caught behind. That's it. He's out. He's nicked that one. That's for sure. There was a bit of bounce in that one. And at last, Larson has struck. New Zealand have got a wicket, the one they've been searching for a long time. Ganguly out, caught by Perore off the bowling of Larson for 62.
That is how it happened. I'm not too sure if they were searching for it, but Ganguly provided an opportunity with Perore standing the ball up and taking a good catch behind the stumps. Ganguly was tired, exhausted, 169 for 1.
You can see there that just 750s, no centuries yet.
Been getting 100 off this over. It'll be a minor victory to Andrew Penn. He hasn't stopped him. He brings it up with a magnificent boundary.
What a shot to bring your to that. Magnificent. The crowd is out there.
Tendulkar bringing up his century with a magnificent cover drive. His 12th four. Excellent shot from Rahul Dravid. Dravid realising that his captain is ailing, decides to get in on the action. And that was a slower one that went astray. Once again, Dravid has picked the gap beautifully. Oh, that is a lovely shot. Dravid really starting to play very freely now.
A lovely flick of the wrist. Half volley, right in position, flick of the wrist, giving the ball direct. And this pass outfield as Hassel into the boundary.
Tendulkar broke into a sprint there for a few paces, make sure he was able to get home, and then just jogged the rest of the distance. That brings up to 200.
The New Zealand bowlers are still not giving away anything.
Suddenly Tendulkar's got a second wind, and he sent Dravid back here. Fortunately for Dravid, the keeper hasn't been able to get to the bails. It's 201 for 1. Started charging, I think Dravid thought there was going to be 2. Took off, and then he had to come racing back, and Perore couldn't quite reach the bails.
And that in just after the presentation for you as well. Well, he's whacked that one, nearly taken his bite out of action. It's got before. Magnificently played. He's blasting him to pieces now.
Well, how do you stop anyone when he's playing like that? This has been a fantastic knock by the Indian captain. Off a flight just 24 hours ago. He doesn't suffer from any jet lag. Down the track, and he gives that a hammering.
This is really the best thing that could happen to England, to India after their trip to the West Indies and South Africa. Oh, he's bowled in with a beautiful delivery, right up in the block hole, and out goes that off stump. What a fantastic shot that was. Tendulkar not very happy. Mind you, it's been a fantastic innings. What an entertainer he is. Right up until the last ball, he was thinking about finishing it with a big one.
Well, he was giving himself room. He wanted to smash it over the top, but Nathan Lastel was wise to the task on hand. Right up in the block hole. The bat's coming down late. His off-stump knockback, but he won't mind this knock. Terrific innings by the Indian captain. 117.
Kemble likes that off drive. He gets one up there outside off stump. He'll get it through. That's the one he likes. He's got it through right, all the way down to the fence for 4. That's the end of that. So Vinu Kemble out there for a nasty little knock there, finishing this tremendous game of Figure Off with a beautiful drive through the covers. It was a full task, but he did 17 off 137 balls. Rahul Dravid made 21 off 31. And that was a pretty good performance too. And for old Vinu Kemble, having to come in there just for a nasty little 3 or 4 balls. And he was also not out for 4. 221 for 2, and a pretty good victory it was. Made so easy by Tendulkar. From the bowler's point of view, well, it was a tough day for New Zealand. There's absolutely no doubt about that. The fast bowlers really got some hammer out there. Larson slowed it down a little bit, and Harris tried to do the same. Patel turned a few and looked quite dangerous there for a little while. And of course, Nathan Astle, 7 overs, no maidens, 1 for 25. So those New Zealand bowlers really toiled away. They were nice and pumped up. I've got to say the fieldsmen really did well for them. So India versus New Zealand, this match here. New Zealand won the toss 220 for 9 in the 50 overs. So that was a really good rundown of that when we get up to Bombay for the next match. But that's the situation. India, having won 1 from the 1 played, have got 2 points. New Zealand obviously have played 2. They've had 1 victory. Pakistan, having done exactly the same, also have 2 points.